Wow, pre-stream recording. Anyway, I'm gonna start streaming now. Let's see. I should be live. Yeah, seems like I am. Chat seems fine. Pip pip pip. Nice, that's good. I'm just gonna ping the Discord. Oh, I'm dumb. I don't have Discord open here. That's fine though. Streamer mode enabled. That's good. We go here. Yep. Ping the Discord. That's good. The only problem is I don't have the invite link ready to go if I really need it. Let me grab that real fast. I think that's the one. Anyway, so changes since last time. I think it's better to go through the individual commits than, like everything at once. So this is where I left off. I just made this like placeholder struct for the inputs. I did some symbol renaming where like instead of accessing positions as like 0, 1, and 2, I instead access them as, X, Y, and Z. Right? At some point maybe I should actually make like a vector3 struct instead of just having arrays of size 3 and doing these manual operations in them, but it's fine for now. It is fine. And here's the constant declarations. But that's basically all this is. Like there's nothing else. Let's see. Oh yeah, here I changed the like setup of the scene, so I actually have a parent node and then the camera. Because I had an issue where the like if I go into the game now, we enable no clip. Like if I was standing on a block, my viewpoint would be like way down here, right? Something like that. And I wanted to move the camera up, and the easiest way was to just manipulate the scene. What else? I don't know if there's much else. Oh yeah, I guess I'm piping inputs onto the Rust side. And I think the struct is basically like unchanged. Let's just change the name of the, and this is completely incorrect. You don't declare an array like this. It's like this. Funny how that happens. Yeah, some basic changes. And yeah, I did also implement like camera rotation and moving in the correct direction. Wait for the big cube, beam. So I can look around and move in the correct direction, right? The thing that I don't like is that this uses floating point numbers. And I have a to-do here, convert this to integer math. But what you gonna do? For now, it's floats. I don't know. I what sucks is I don't know which systems are different with floats. And what also sucks that it's not trivial to do this as integer maths. But XD. But I do know integer math has some other benefits. Like if I collide with blocks and it's only integers, I have like precise points like where the bodies intersect with stuff. I don't have to use epsilons. And that's something that I really like. Yeah. I think the first thing that I should do now is just having a concept of being on ground, right? So if we collide with something that displaces us upwards, or if an entity collides with something that displaces it upwards, then it's on ground. At least most likely. I don't think there's a case where you get displaced upwards by a collider and you're not on ground. So it's pretty clear cut. So I'm just gonna get on that. I guess the check only needs to happen here. So let's see. First we want to know if I is y. And the entity position, I mean, I could put I or y here. Doesn't matter. So if our initial position is smaller, so it's lower than the final location, then yeah, we have been displaced upwards. That should make sense. And it should just go to 0. And this is... I guess I could just increment this at the start of the tick. Okay. I guess I want to print that. Let's see. That's good. 540. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh. That's good. This is actually... Oh. I like how the debug formatting already prints everything anyway. I guess then all I have to do is this. Yeah. Built that. I should probably make the camera start in no clip. It seems fine. If I I'm staring at this number here. If I go into there, it increments, and if I'm not in there, it doesn't increment. That's cool. I just need to make jumping dependent on that. Ooh, and it's actually... I want to do this after I handle inputs. And I want to do it here at the end, actually. I think, yeah, this is the most clear place to do this. No, but it's not. Okay, I'm overcomplicating this. Lol. I'll just do it there. If I do it inside of this loop, it's gonna get incremented 3 times in a tick. And if I put it inside of this if statement, I'm gonna have to expand the if statement. So I'll just put it there. And I want it to be before this. No, I want to do it after this. So if we have 0 ticks since floor contact are currently on the floor. If it's before this, then it's gonna be 1 always, which is annoying. That's fine. Hmm. Say 5. We have some like coyote time built in. I do want to do coyote time the same as in the previous version, where it it not only allows you to jump. Also, what is going on here? Oh, I have the other entity. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Where the coyote time not only allows you to jump, but it also allows you to literally like walk midair, right? And that helped with stuff where I have... It's difficult to build like this. God damn. I need to make proper like building tools. Alright, so I have like a arrangement like this, where you go over the corner. It can be a little difficult to like walk past, because you have to like go here within the tick. If you don't go here within the tick, then you fall down slightly and then you can't get on, unless there's like a slab here and you can like stair snap up. Easiest way, just let the player like walk midair for a few ticks, and easy. Movement issues are solved. Alright. Welcome in, Creeper. I've never heard of Fire. How well does it work? Notification on my phone. What do you mean by magic? Does it like block ads or something? Uh-uh. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, Twitch ads are a bit like more difficult to block, as far as I know. Like, if you get your video through a proxy, then yeah. But if you get it straight from twitch.tv, then I'm pretty sure they just, like, in the video stream, like, yep, this is a stream, but it's an ad, XD. And what do you do against that, you know? But if you have a proxy that never gets served ads, then yeah, sure. Anyway. Okay. Well, I mean, they could make ads. pretty unblockable if they literally just in the same stream just gave you an ad. And if they're not doing that, then I don't know why they're not. I haven't seen technical stuff, but based on like the ad blocking stuff that I've read about, like what people do, like some extensions just hide the stream while there's an ad, and I'm like, why would you do that if you could just, you know, show the original stream, right? Like, why would you just hide the stream instead? So that makes me think that it is like literally within the video stream. They just fucking swap the content for an ad, but I don't know that for sure, right? I do not know. Anyway. Okay. Okay. So. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, I need a separate check for being on ground. Yep. Because the current ground check assumes they're going to be moving downwards constantly. And, you know, currently I am. But then I want to add coyote time where, you know, you can walk midair. And, yeah, that kind of complicates things. Yeah. Easiest way is that I have a separate on-ground check. This has to run after the physics. Just one more check, not that bad. This is so simple. I really love this. Well, yeah. Let's cheat and look at what I did previously. How did I handle on ground? What? Oh, I have a distance to floor. And this on floor as well. Oh. Wait, where did I do this? What? What is the sorcery? Okay, so I do the normal movement here. That's the normal movement. And that's also what I'm doing here. Like all the stuff above is the normal movement. Alright. Have a good one. See you later. Do the normal movement. And then after that, we go through all the block positions again. Okay. I guess. Oh, okay, I see. Yep. So basically we just collide with all the AABBs once again. And then we only take the stuff that, you know, overlaps us on the X and Z axis. And then let's compare stuff. I want to get the distance to the floor. Do I use the distance to the floor anywhere? Do I need this? I guess I do some stuff here. Why am I doing it like that? I think this is a remainder from the floating point days. And you actually don't need to do this when you only have integers. Yeah, and there's two concepts here. There's is on floor and feet on ground. And is on floor means that the body literally is in contact with the floor. And feet on ground means that we can walk him in there, right? I walk in the air, we can jump, we can do whatever. Or we can walk on the ground, right? Yeah, I just have to do a separate loop. Just gotta shock it up and do it. Yahoo! And also, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, okay. Yeah, fair. Everything makes sense now. Oh yeah, and that's why this is a function there. Well, I guess I gotta make this a function. Yep. I just copy from here. Okay. What do I even call this? I guess that's a good name. I guess specifically this is just a vec. Yeah, okay. Yep. Just gotta copy this. That's fine. This is very clean. Like, I just need to do this. Oh, I love that the syntax is like this, and I put it into a neat, like, block of code like that. Now I can just whip, copy that. Debug boxes are not a thing here. Delete that. Cargo check. Oh. Are you just confused because I'm not doing this? This is gonna be incorrect anyway, because there's... Oh my god, mistyping. Ugh. Clear. There we go. Yeah, and now all the errors are within the function. I'll rename that. Body start, body end. What else? I guess that's all. Oh, I need to call it what it is. Don't like that. Let's go. And that built and everything. Yep, yep, yep. And now we have that. I might be able to also put the like division stuff into the function. Yeah, and just literally just give it the entity. I don't think these are used for anything else. And they should be shoved into the function as well. Oh, I guess I should also take this. Bam! Bam! Please make this not look like garbage. Thank you, cargo format. You save my life every day. Yeah, and it's still correct. Nice. Yeah, that's good. I also really like the thought that currently this is not any different in like the compiled code. Because I just moved this into a function, right? And the functionality is the exact same as if it was inlined. Alright. Hmm. I still want to do the same rigmarole. Yep. Take this. Ooh. Should this be on a function? Maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm. I'm gonna have rotations at some point as well, but it's gonna probably gonna be just like pre-built models or pre-built colliders. Well, and also meshes, but yeah. Um. I guess for now I'll just copy it. Wahoo! Yep. Oh yeah, I don't close any of these yet. I think I closed that one. There's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Entity box is not here. Wait, what do you mean? 560. Oh, I see. Oh yeah. Oh yes, it's good. Again, misfilling clear. Let's go. Okay. And then cargo format. Yeah. What I really would like is a like function that just gives me an iterator of these like corrected models, right? So we have the occupied block positions, and then we have the we have the chunk collection, and then it would just give an iterator of those. So all this would be hidden, and the indentation level also could like go down a bit. Like it would. Anyway, we don't care about this. So now we are in a spot where we intersect with the block on the X and the Z. And we want to know if we are standing on top of the block. Let's see, how do we do it here? Oy. A little bit of a brain break there. Feeling a bit tired, but we'll keep going. Okay. I don't get what this is doing. Like, why am I getting the raw value and also, like, what does the raw value mean? Oh, okay. Okay. So this can be negative, I guess. Yeah, but I just never ended up using that. Alright. A, B start, Y. Well, that is what Y, I guess. Do I have that? Kinda don't. Well, what does this function actually do? Hmm. So for now, I'm gonna do a thing here. I might be able to get off the hook easily with this one. What are you? Who is this man? Intersection Y. What do you know? Who are your connections? Confess everything. Okay, so it's because there was multiple things to collide with. What if there's only one? It's still. Oh, but there's a second fucking thing. Okay, can we kill you? Thank you. There we go. Death. Inside of the wall. So I'm getting 0 if I'm there. Yeah, I don't need the raw distance, I guess. Up here, what does it say? Okay. 900 is like the max it gives me. On top of the slab, it gives me 512 and that. On top of a normal block, it's gonna be only 0. Do I ever get a negative value? I do if I'm inside of this. Let me go inside of a slab. Well, I can just no clip. Okay. So, I guess that's really easy. I don't need to overcomplicate it. Literally, if y is 0, then I don't need to do that. Like, if we're at the surface, alright, We don't care if we're a little bit below. We don't care if we're a little bit above. We care if we're on it, right? And if we want a bit of leniency, we can test like a range that goes from like 0 to 10. Because like if you're 10 units above, we still consider you to be on the ground. That's fully possible. I just realized I don't have any water. Wow. It's the Sahara Desert voting stream. But we do this. Take that away. Ba ba beam, ba ba boom. Yeah, logic seems pretty good. If there's any colliders that we intersect on the X and Z, and then we are exactly on top of on Y, then we are on ground. Wahoo! I should also reset the velocity when we're on the ground, so it doesn't do this. Basically, go off the edge and boom, you're falling max speed. That's a bit not good. I really want to get rid of this like duplicate code. Yep. But I do not want to reset the velocity here. It's going to be a like player specific thing, because gravity is also a player specific thing. Oh, well, you can do that. Transform this into this. Yep. I think that should work. I'm gonna make this 50 to make the effect really obvious. I just need another variable. Keep track of if the player has jumped or not. Oh. What's happening here? Why do we immediately start going down after a jump? What is happening? What did I do wrong? I rebuilt, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so... Okay, this is what I want to do. I actually don't know why that incred code caused that, but I don't really care about parsing it. All I care about is that it works correctly. I really like that gravity kicks in only after 50 ticks. That's so funny. Like, yeah, you can just fly for a while, and then gravity kicks in. That's great. Wait, why can't you walk on the air, though? Huh. I guess I never reset it. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and this is gonna screw up the stuff in a different way. Now jumping is not gonna work correctly. I'm gonna need the like variable keeping track of whether or not we should be walking in the air or not. Yeah. But we can walk in the air now. Let's get up. Get up. I should make the no clip speed adjustable. Yeah, that's pretty funny. For the duration of the airwalking, you could just continually jump. That's interesting. Like, you can jump as much as you want. And you can also walk in the air as much as you want. Yeah. I guess I want a slightly better name for the feet on ground variable. Because feet on ground doesn't really make sense. But it makes sense to me. That's enough. Wahoo. No. Alright. I don't like the fact that I'm introducing a bunch of fields to the entity thing that only players should have. I guess I could make a separate struct or something. But also doesn't really matter. Like, if I have fields that I don't use, like, they cost a bit of memory, okay, who cares? But how would I do that? If I wanted to do this, like, quote-unquote properly, I guess I could just have a different struct for each. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I could make it the same way that we have inputs as an optional input frame. An input frame is just another struct somewhere here. I could just have a struct of like player controller stuff, right? And then have that be an optional thing on the entity. And if we're a player, we're gonna have that optional thing filled in there. But if we're some other thing like a projectile, right? We're not gonna need to keep track of when we were on the floor, right? I think that's the way. So I'm gonna write a thing. I guess that makes sense. I'm basically inventing components. That's basically what I'm doing. I have one entity class, and then I have components that are just optional, like, things. That's fine. But that doesn't really complicate anything. I don't know, it also feels like a rusty way of doing things, right? If I want to modify the component, I have to check if it is there, right? And if it's not there, then I'm not gonna do anything with that component. I guess I don't really need the entity type. Then, because it's all just components. Run physics. Where are we? Yeah. So I wouldn't need to do this. I literally just need to do this. Right, and this is all you need to do. I don't need to know if you're a player or if you're a dummy. I just need to know if you have inputs. But I guess these are also kind of closely, like, tied together. Oh, and yeah. I was thinking. Well, anyway, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and a fill my water supplies break, and I'm gonna be back after that. Wow, wow. We're so back. Alright. Yep. Honestly, I could just make the player controller things be a part of the inputs. I could just put it into the input frame. I don't think there's a downside to that. Yeah. Yep. 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 I guess the name is just gonna be a bit silly, but that's fine. Oh, true. That is true. I kind of completely forgot. Thanks, JJ. Uh, yeah. I don't know if other entities need to know how long it has been since they've been on the floor. I don't think so. I'm just thinking about stuff that really doesn't matter. I can leave that there. What is the thing that I was thinking about? Oh yeah, feet on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna put this here as well. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm going stream mode? Like forgetting the overlays? Is that what you mean? God damn. Oh, fair, fair. Fair, fair, fair. I mean, you know, sudden burst of motivation, I guess. Something like that. I don't know. It also kind of feels like I can keep this up because now I have, how to say, like, I have something to stream, right? That's kind of the main thing. Like when I was working on the previous version of Build Sprint, it was kind of aimless going around, and that's the same with everything I do. It's kind of aimless. So I just try to figure stuff out. But now I feel like I actually have somewhat of a concrete goal, right? And I'm thinking, um, like if I get where I want to get, it's really good if I have that progress documented. I feel like, you know, and if I don't document that, then I'm gonna first of all I'm myself gonna forget everything, right? And if anyone asks a question like, "Oh, how'd you get to this and how'd you do that?" I don't fucking know, right? But yeah. No, the biggest problem with being affiliate or partner is the ads. Honestly, like I don't want someone to tune into the stream, watch, and then get an ad. Right? You know what I do when I'm in a stream and I get an ad? I close the tab instantly. Right? Unless it's like I'm actually really interested, then I mute the tab and I do something else for a minute, right? And then I come back. But if I'm kind of watching, I just close the tab instantly. Like I I don't like ads. Does it block the Twitch ads? Okay, interesting. Um, I might. Well, it also depends on like country and stuff like that. I use uBlock Origin on Firefox, and yeah, I mean I get ads rarely as well, right? But when I do get an ad, I just close the tab. But I feel like if your ad block worked, you would never get ads. You know, like if you sometimes get ads, it just means Twitch doesn't like to show you them often. At least that's what I think. Anyway, yeah. So I need to change all these now. Oh, that's fine. To me, no. Like the Twitch ads are, I don't know, they're really annoying for some reason to me. And that's what I mean. Like one ad in an hour, the tab is closed, right? And then I'm doing something else. Anyway, I feel like that's not the most interesting thing to talk about. It's like dialogue. I don't like ads. I really don't like them. That's the whole dialogue. Let's go. Ay ay ay. Yeah. But I do have like if I did actually like want to get partner and whatever, then I would really like for there to be a I would really like for there to be a way to watch the stream without ads, right? YouTube might be an answer. Um, but I don't know how Twitch likes multi-streaming stuff. And also, like, I think it was Bunny.net, like the CDN. They seem to have some pretty good like video streaming stuff. You know, of course you have to pay for it, right? But then you're paying for the video to be streamed, so you're very likely to not get ads. But Twitch has like a little bit of discoverability, which if you have your own site, you don't really have that. Anyway, and also if you have your own site, you have to have a chat system and combat spam and whatever. Well, what do you mean? I mean, they handle it pretty. I mean, I don't know how actually they handle it. Specifically, like, do you get strikes and whatever? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Twitch just kind of mutes your VOD. That's true, but we're we're having such fucking banger music on this channel. We're surely gonna get striked, right? Pure silence. Let's go. And that's just because I usually don't listen to anything when I'm coding. Sometimes I listen to some stuff, but then it's like 2 tracks on repeat. I don't know. I feel like that might drive people insane. Bumbo. Wait, did I? I didn't save. There. 312. Uh, what? How do I answer that? How much development left? A lot? Let me look at my to-do list. Alright, so finish up movement stuff. So currently I'm tackling like being on ground, and after that I'm gonna do like stair stepping. I have to do subticks. So, like if you move, if you move fast enough, you won't move through colliders. You still collide with them. World saving and loading is not that bad. I have to correct UVs for the blocks, which is I don't know how long that's gonna take. And related to UVs, I have to introduce different textures and like building the texture atlas actually. And then there's some block rotation. And after that, I can start thinking about multiplayer. Wahoo! And first, I'm gonna do some like simple client server model where the goal is to be able to build with other people, right? It's not to have gameplay, it's just like if you imagine like you're making a game, right? And you want to make a map, then you kind of it's cool if you can be in the same space with your like teammates slash friends and just like build, right? That's the goal for now. 441. So I can do this here. Yeah, yeah. If you probably make this without any multiplayer, then like what am I doing? And like how would I say it? Like one of the major things I'm worrying about, where do I have synonym costs? There we go. Like I have like some calculations for turning around, so you can actually walk in directions. But these use floating point numbers, right? They're not fully deterministic. And so if I eventually have gameplay that relies only on the inputs to the system and doesn't send state over, and these calculations differ if these calculations differ slightly on different machines, determinism is fucked, right? It's just not a thing anymore. And then, simulations desync, and I can detect that, but that's all. To fix that, I would have to send state over, and I don't want to do that. For the building together thing, I'm gonna send state over, so this is not a concern. But yeah, if you know how I can do these calculations without floats, let me know. Let me know. I would love to know. Yeah, if I was doing single player, it would be a lot simpler. That's what I want to say. There's some stuff that I have to worry about because I'm dumb and I want to do multiplayer in a certain way. But I probably don't have to, but I'm still gonna do it that way. I don't actually need to run this for every entity, only players. Yeah. Again, I'm aiming high, right? I have a point that I want to get to. And the kind of compromise I'm thinking about is, yeah, maybe maybe I'll get to the point where I can build maps with my friends, but the gameplay itself is gonna be single player, right? And that's a fine compromise for me, right? It would mean that I can collaborate with people to like build stuff, like experiences. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's some built-in stuff in Godot as well, like Vector 2i. Um, but it is more limited if you compare it to the Vector 2. And yeah, I would have to know how Unity does like the calculations behind the scenes and if they're actually deterministic. If that would be an option if I used Unity. But it's kind of irrelevant because I'm not using Unity. But yeah, I don't know. Like I have a friend who's good at maths. I tried to harass him last night with code questions, but he was too tired, so he just refused. Well, today's another day. I can ask him again. Be like, please, any clue how to do this? Yeah, but I mean, I'm rolling my own physics, right? And I'm just scared of floats. That's all. Um, yeah. If some inputs equals entity dot input, we open a bracket, I put it here. Yep, that's good. Now I just need to change these. I was expecting this. Yeah, have a good one. Good luck on your platform stuff and everything else, for that matter. Tasty. Borrow checker doesn't like me. Yeah, two mutable burrows. Wow. No. It's a mutable burrow and an immutable burrow. Which, I guess you don't like that. Mm, I guess I can't really do this the other way around either. Wait, get occupied block positions for entity. Where is this? 540? Oh, it's showing these like... Oh, no, I'm dumb. Okay. Wait, will it work if I just do this? Is it... But I don't want to do this. This is dumb. This is like one of those moments where the borrow checker actually does hurt me a bit. But I can just write this in a different way where it doesn't hurt me. Time to sit down. No, not gonna overcomplicate it for now, just to fix this. This function can run for no reason, that's fine. It is pretty cheap anyway. That is the voice of someone giving up. Let's wait for this to build, and also, what does Clippy say? Really? I don't need to do that? Let me do this. There we go. That's fine. Alright, that's actually what I want to see. 5, 3, 7. This doesn't need to be a reference. Wait, can I then do this? Fuck. I cannot. Okay, that's fine. I guess I'm gonna change these as well. I almost said fix, but it's just style. Style preference. Either I tell Clippy don't complain about this, or then I fix it. So I want the Clippy suggestions to be only stuff that I don't know, or that I'm gonna fix soon anyway. Because I already have a few allows here. Like this here, and there's some, yeah, this here. If I didn't have those, every time I run cargo Clippy, it would just like flood the screen. And then I would look at the error and be like, oh yeah, that I know, you know, ignore that. And then I could miss something in between. So I like to keep that clean. This is not correct right now, but what is happening? What did I even do? We cannot jump, okay. That's cool. Oh, we can walk, but we can't jump. Okay. Let's investigate. Run physics. Do we never set this? Does this never actually run? What? What do you mean? I think I have missed something obvious, but I don't know what that is. No, we do run that code. We do indeed run that code. Test little runs. We do set it to 0. Why doesn't it work? For some reason. What? Huh? It should be true. You set it to 0 right here. And this runs. We know this runs. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I'm gonna do the print in here. Has it built yet? It has. Floor ticks are 0. It goes immediately to 100,000. What? What? Excuse me? What is going on? What is going on? I know we did this here. Oh, I'm so dumb. Of course. Because these... So, when I feed inputs, I reset these variables as well. So that's the downside of... Yeah, guys, this is the downside of having these as in the input stuff. Yep. Yep. This is scuffed, but I don't care really. Okay. Ah. Oh. Okay. Now it should work. No. Still no? What do you mean? Oh, because I don't use these values. I go ahead and construct these values and then I use them. Hey. That's cool. Because now numbers are changing. Nice, yeah, now it's the same incorrect behavior that I had before. Where I can walk in the air for a bit and then it falls down. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. That's good. We go here. Feet on floor equals true. I have input stuff feet on floor equals true. Let's go. Okay. That. And up here, we actually want to know if input stuff feet on floor. Let's go. We do that. I really don't like how my third monitor is like a 720p one, really old, and the indicator light for if it's on or off keeps flickering sometimes, and it's not even a consistent rhythm. It's unsettling. Yeah. Yeah, I just want a simple check. We're at 50. Nice. These should be entity things, not input things, but that's what I chose. And if they were the other way around, I would say, they shouldn't be entity things, they should be input things. That's fine. Okay, why do we go to 0 velocity instantly? Hmm? What is going on? What is going on? Where's the gravity just too aggressive? Is that the reason? Let's check. Is that the latest jump? I guess it was. Yeah, gravity is just too aggressive. Yeah, it only takes a few ticks. To get rid of all of the stuff. Vertical velocity. Okay, I'm gonna make the fly cam no clip by default. Holy, this is so annoying. Here we are ready. We're not gonna register ourselves just yet. And no clip should be true by default. So every time I launch this, I have to like hurry to press N to no clip, which is done. Hey, now I can actually jump. Yep. You can walk in the air for 50 ticks. But if you jump, you are immediately gonna fall. That's cool. And I can't jump midair. That's good. Oh. Finally required pressing jump constantly. I guess that makes sense. I could make it repeat automatically though. Yeah. I don't need all the print debug anymore. Go away. Go away. Format this. I guess next should be stair stepping. And actually for that the entity type is pretty useful. For now I can just make anything stair step. I just got an image in my head about like shooting an arrow and the arrow climbs up the stairs. That'd be pretty funny. I really like how amusing that idea is. I should commit at this point, I guess. Yeah, seems good. Oh, I should not have this as 50 though. It should maybe like so if I have this times 50 then it's like 0.8 seconds. I don't really want that. Maybe like 5 ticks. Yeah. Yep. Mm. Yeah, that's what I did. Proper floor checking and proper coyote time. I don't need that. I don't need that. I can just push these. Okay. Here's a turning point. Do I stop or do I keep going? That's the question. I was thinking about stair stepping, right? I guess that's not too bad. I will at least get started on it, right? If I don't pull through with it, that's fine. But I'm at least gonna get an idea for what I want to do. That means copying from here. Oh, but I don't have stair stepping here. But I have it here. This is the float version with built-in functions on the previous version. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay, this is an input. Oh, I remember how this works now. This is actually okay. I love this. It all just clicked in my head again. So, the way this works, the way the stair stepping works, is we have. I can't wait until I can actually go in the game and like build the thing and show that way instead of open up GIMP. Anyway, so we have, like let's say this is slab height. I'm gonna make it a bit less sucky, right? And we have our player who's moving forwards, right? And we first, take this movement and we note how far we moved, right? Like how far did we reach by moving here? And then we move the player up from the original position and we move this direction and we see, did we go further, right? And if the player goes further when they're up here, Then, you know, we place the player up here, then snap them to the floor, and that's stair snapping. Right? That's the whole concept. It's really simple. Can I find the source video for this? Um, I wish I noted that down. Okay, I'm gonna try to find it real fast. I was gonna write stair into my browser history. I didn't find it. Alright. Well, in the future, if I already started doing this, where if I see a good technical solution for something, I note down where I learned it from, and then in my notes I can just search and find stuff. Yeah. Sadly, I don't have the thing, but you know, it is not a complicated thing to understand. You don't need the video, but I would like to credit it. It's that versus that. And you know, of course, if you have the player here, you want to move them up and like actually collide with the ceiling, you know, instead of just raw moving up. I don't know if there's really anything else to consider there. I guess another way of doing it would be like after you collide here, you know how much movement you would have wanted to do. So you're up against the ledge, and then you move up. Right, like that's also a possibility. You can move up afterwards. And you move up, and then you test like, oh, like can we go into this direction? Yeah. And I guess also one thing is like we have pretty good information about the colliders we're colliding with, right? Like this isn't just ground, and this isn't just a mystery wall. Like we know what the block is like that we're colliding with, right? We know what this is. So we can just check the height of the block. And if our initial collision would put us here, instead of recovering this direction, you know, we actually just recover upwards. Alright, we recover upwards here. And this is like, how to say it? A little side tangent. Like doing this method where you do like this movement, and then you do this movement, and see which one goes further. Like that's good if you don't have access to the internals of the collision, right? Like it's pretty cheap. You could just do it like bam bam, you're done. But if you have access to the internals of the collision, you can do stuff a bit more smart, right? That's what I'm thinking. We have our player here, or even we might have our player here, right? Where we just barely intersect. I'm gonna make it a bit more clear. We kind of just barely intersect the wall. So it seems like it would make sense to go this direction. But we know that we want to go up, since this is a small enough ledge. So what is the process here? We're here. Then we see that our y intersection, so this thing here, is below some threshold. And then we move up. And then we need to check if this space, like where the player would be put, is unoccupied. Right, so we do need to do one additional collision check. Is that stinkier though? Because we might have multiple colliders here. I'm just thinking about performance now. I like how smoothly things will work. I think any approach I go for will be fine in the end. There's... Okay, so here's the problem that I'm thinking about. If we have multiple overlapping colliders, and our player kind of just is here, this gets really unclear. Well, I collide with them all anyway right now, right? Yeah. I go through them all anyway right now, and I figure out, like, which one pushes us furthest back, basically. That's what I figure out. It wouldn't cost us any additional performance to do this, because I already figure out what pushes us the furthest back. Yep. I guess I just need to break out of the mold a bit, where I move on one axis at a time. Because this is like a multiple axis thing, right? Because if the player has movement like this, and we move like only in this direction, then we need to consider up and down movement, even though we're only moving sideways, right? So I'm gonna have to figure that out a bit. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so here we know we're inside of the block collider. And here we're outside before the movement. These conditions are still good. I want these conditions. Okay, so yeah, here I want to have some differing logic, I guess. I really like how clean this is, and now I have to trample upon the cleanness of this code. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have a check here. Well, okay. I could have like an array of the final position. And then instead of doing this, down here I do like this, right? Like I build the entire final location within this array instead of one component at a time. That is one option. Do that. And then I would manipulate the Y in here. Yep. Yeah. I was thinking, because if we do stair step movement, we want to reset the Y movement. And that also goes for like within the tick. I could just order this. So the Y movement is always first. so we don't get any like left or right movement applied. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna write a note for myself and continue next time. PS3 stair stepping. Figure it out, XT. What are my thoughts here? I have to break out of the one axis at a time logic of it. Or then I do the one axis at a time logic and I just do a bit of additional stuff like afterwards. No, I think I'm gonna just do it directly here. So basically, control not pressing the wrong keys. Yep. I already see an edge case where you move on X, you stair snap 0.5, and then you move on Z, and then you again stair step 0.5, so I have to have a check against that, I guess. Because you should only be able to stair step like half a block per tick, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This makes a lot of sense. Yep, I think that's a pretty solid plan. So it's gonna be stair stepping. I'm gonna have that done next time. And then what else? Subticks. So I'm gonna have stair stepping and then I'm gonna have subticks. Yeah. And the same way where I could have an edge case where you move on X, stair step, and move on Z and stair step, I'm gonna need a similar thing for subticks where we keep track of how much we have like stepped up on stairs. And make sure that it all makes sense. Yeah. Gonna make a commit. Oh, let's just comment XD. That's fine. It's good. Close these. Yeah, that was a fun and productive stream. Let's see. 2 hours for +1, -3. Well, +90, -31. Okay, I did some stuff. It was like moving this into a function. And line count isn't the most important thing anyway. Like and also this is his comment, but you know, it is progress. Like next time when I jump on, I don't have to think like, oh, what am I gonna do? I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Right? And this is also gonna, you know, cook in my head a bit. Like this thought. But yeah. I'm just gonna check if I have anyone to send over to someone else. Oh, there's not really people to raid anyway. But yeah, that's fun. So we got some good progress done as well. See you later. Bye bye.